Picture this. You're saving diligently for retirement, imagining those golden years filled with vacations, hobbies, and relaxation. But here's the twist. What if I told you that there is a chance that you are saving too much?
Uh-huh. Huh?
I know, it sounds crazy, right? Too much savings? Too much for retirement? Is that even possible? Yes, it is. And if you're over saving, it could be costing you your present lifestyle, your peace of mind, or even your health. So stay tuned, because in this video, I'm gonna be diving into the 5 signs that you are probably over saving for retirement. And trust me, number 5 is something that no one talks about, even though it's probably happening to you. First things first, before we jump into the signs, let's be clear. Saving for retirement is incredibly important. There is nothing wrong with being smart about your financial future. But like with anything else, there is a balance. So let's dive into sign number 1, which is you're skipping out on important life experiences now. If you find yourself constantly saying, I'll do that when I retire, I'll take that trip in a few years, oh, I'll take that trip after I save a bit more, well, that could be a red flag. Sure, retirement will give you plenty of time to actually enjoy life, but will you have the energy? Will you have the health? Or will you even have the same desires? For example, I personally was living in so much debt and living paycheck to paycheck for a very long time that when I became financially conscious, I was so obsessed with saving for retirement. For 2 years, I stopped living. I literally was merely surviving. I saved every penny I got. I paid off my debt, thank God. But I also built up a sizable savings and investment portfolio, but I still didn't stop. I mean, why would I? But every other aspect of my life literally suffered. I had no life because I was living for the future and ignoring the present. I was so over saving and forgetting to enjoy the now. This, my friends, is what over saving can do. It can lead people to delay fulfilling life experiences, often with the mindset of, I'll enjoy that when I retire. This behavior is linked to a psychological phenomenon called temporal discounting. This is where people overvalue future benefits at the cost of their current happiness. So, by putting off meaningful life experiences just to stash away a little bit more money for the future, you might be oversaving. Life is happening now, literally. So, find that sweet spot between enjoying today and planning for tomorrow. Oh, and drop a comment if you've ever find yourself caught in the I'll wait until I retire trap. Come on, you know, we all did. We all do, really. Moving on to sign number 2, you've hit the retirement goal, but you still keep pushing. Let's say you run the numbers, use all the fancy retirement calculators, and you hit your number or even surpass your savings target. First of all, congratulations. That's huge. Really, really, really huge. But here's the question. Why are you still living with a scarcity mindset? For example, I personally was so obsessed with my retirement at one point that I continually tried to max out my 40k UK pension allowance, and it's 60k allowance now, by the way. But I actually forgot to enjoy the now, and life was just passing me by. I invested so much in my pension that even if I don't invest a penny anymore in the next 30 years, I would retire comfortably thanks to compound interest. But every now and then, I'm still tempted to dump a bunch of money into that same pension pot instead of actually living my life now. Thankfully, I now know better, so I spend time doing stuff I actually enjoy doing, like skiing, ice skating, traveling, golfing, and the list goes on. So if you keep thinking, I'll save just a little bit more, just in case. It could be a sign that you're oversaving. I know financial security is important, but if you've already reached your goal, it's time to start thinking about living a little bit more. A lot of people don't realize that they're playing this mental game, but trust me, it's more common than you think. Oh, and if you are unsure whether you've reached your financial goals for retirement, it's a good idea to consult a financial planner. They can give you the peace of mind that you need to start spending guilt-free. And if you're like me, just pull up a retirement calculator and crunch the numbers by yourself. Well, let me walk you through the one I actually like to use. But before we do that, we are going to make some assumptions. Firstly, you are investing in the S&P 500, which returns an average of 10 to 11% annually. And if we adjust that for inflation, let's call it 7%. So we'll use that for our calculation. Secondly, you are withdrawing 4% of your investment annually after retirement. That way, you don't run out of money. Okay, let me walk you through this one. So, if you go to calculator.net, there's an investment calculator that you could literally use. So, if you put in, say, you have enough savings already, let's call it 50,000, maybe from your 401k, your retirement, or just your savings, and you're looking to retire in 30 years and adjusted 7% annualized rate, that's going to give you a $380,000. But if you add, say, 500 monthly for the next 30 years, all of a sudden you are getting to almost $1 million. Now that is what $1 million would be worth today. But if we want to use the actual number of the S&P, I could just plug in, say, 10% here, and that will give you about 1.9 million. But you need to be aware that 1.9 million in 30 years is going to be different from today, which is why we use 7%. So moving on, sign number 3 is where things get real, and that's the fact that you are neglecting your health in order to save more money. Yes, I said it. You are so focused on your financial future that your health is taking a backseat. Skipping annual checkups, avoiding gym memberships, and not eating as healthy as you should because it costs too much. Sounds familiar? Here's the thing. What's the point in saving for a future if you are not going to be healthy enough to enjoy it? Your health is one of your greatest investments. If you are cutting corners on your well-being just to hit some arbitrary retirement number, you, my friend, could be oversaving. So, let me know in the comments, have you ever skipped on mental related expenses just to save money? It's something we don't talk about, but it's so important. For me, I've suffered from extreme acne for a few years because I didn't want to spend money on a dermatologist. I was saving for retirement. For almost 4 years, I avoided many invitations. I couldn't ask a lady out. My self-confidence eroded because of how I looked. I had the money to consult a physician to get the treatment that I needed, but it was all too expensive for me. But I was so glad I eventually did, and getting that treatment alone marked a significant era in my life. I was confident enough to go out. I started making more friends. I was confident to ask a lady out, and today that gorgeous lady is my wife. Now, that acne treatment was the first domino to fall for me in starting to take my health more seriously. Moral of the story, don't neglect your health. Moving along, sign number 4 is that you're hoarding your wealth and struggling to give or to enjoy it. Now, I get it. Money is security. It's comfort. But if you've reached a point where you are unable to give generously, whether to charity, family, or even yourself, because you are too focused on retirement savings, this could be a sign that you've crossed the lines, my friend, into oversaving. Wealth isn't just about saving for a rainy day. It's about using your resources in ways that enhances your life and the life of others. If giving makes you feel like you're putting retirement at risk, even when the numbers show that you are well prepared, well, that's a sign of your mindset issue, not a financial one. Do you ever find it difficult to part with your savings? Or something that feels important? Well, drop a thought below. Oh, and don't forget to like this video while you're at it. It costs you nothing, but will immensely help me. That's part of giving.
Yeah, boy.
Thankfully, for all my previous woes of neglecting life just to save for retirement, giving has never been a problem. I enjoy giving my time and resources for different causes. I did set up a charity to help put children through formal education in Nigeria, and recently I started supporting a charity that allows you to sponsor a child of any age for their lifetime. And they are not a sponsor of this video by any means, and I'm not like directly affiliated with them. I just contribute, but they are doing such great work, so I wanted to give them a shout out. And if you feel so inclined to sponsor a child and give back, well, check them out. I'll leave a link in the description. And the fifth sign that you might be oversaving is the fact that you are relying on your savings as the only wealth building tool. This one might catch some people off guard. Yes, saving for retirement is crucial, but if you are only relying on traditional savings and neglecting every other wealth building strategies like investing, creating a side hustle, creating passive income, or diversifying your income stream, then my friend, you're definitely oversaving. You might be missing out on great financial freedom. Think about it. Your savings can only grow so much in a low interest or high interest savings account, or even in a retirement fund like the S&P 500. Meanwhile, the right investment or passive income stream could be working for you while you sleep. It's time to consider other ways to grow your wealth without simply stockpiling your money in your retirement account. Contrary to conventional wisdom, I've stopped putting all my money into index funds. Reason is because I've already built up a stockpile of cash sitting there already. Now, I put 20% of my spare cash into index fund, 30% in individual stock like the top 7 stocks that drive the S&P 500 profits, and then the remaining 50% I put in Bitcoin. I've also started investing in real estate and started side hustles like this YouTube channel. Have you started exploring other wealth building strategies beyond your retirement savings? If so, share your experience in the comment. Let's learn from each other. And if you recognize yourself in any of these signs, it's time to rethink your approach. Remember, savings is just one part of the equation. Life itself is meant to be lived, and money is meant to enhance that experience. So it's not meant to keep you in a cycle of worry and scarcity. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button if this video resonates with you, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out when I put out more content on smart financial living and some maybe wealth building strategies. And hey, if you don't like the video, that's fine. Feel free to give it a thumbs down, but at least let me know in the comment why you don't like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.